Hey Aries, and welcome to your January 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, and I'm here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading. We're now in this new year, we're jumping into 2017, and I think you guys are excited. I think you guys are excited to get out of the past. You're ready to move on with some new exciting endeavors for your future. But first off, I've got to ask, where have you guys been? So, all my other videos have gotten so many views for December, but Aries hasn't even hit 1,000 yet, and I've been so curious. I'm like, where are the Aries at? Where are they? Because I know that you guys aren't even clicking on the videos. It's not like the video's just bad or something. So I'm like, where have you guys been? Then I pulled out your cards and I looked and I'm like, oh, they've been going through all of this. They've not had time to be on YouTube. They've not had time to be listening to readings. Because you guys have been going through a lot, haven't you? You guys have a lot of loose ends that you're tying up. You guys have a lot of difficulties that you've been trying to transcend and get through. I see that for sure, super clearly in this reading. So, just the first thing that's jumping out at me, you've got the Five of Cups, Death, and the Eight of Cups. The Five of Swords, the Ten of Wands, all these cards, all these difficult to transcend energies just coming up in your reading. And this is something that's been happening for a long time for you guys. This is something that's been manifesting for so long, and now in January it looks like it's coming to an end. It looks like the loose ends are being tied up. It looks like it's all coming to a climax. It may be more intense in January than it's been in a long time, but it's funneling out of your life. It's ending. You're getting back some control. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight into some of the chronological things that I'm seeing throughout your month. So for the first week, I see you guys with a lot on your plate. I see you guys having a lot of responsibilities, and this isn't necessarily bad. This could be the culmination of some project, maybe something that you've done that was difficult, something that required a lot of work. This may not be even emotional. This could be a job or a career, something where you had to put in a lot of physical labor or something that was very taxing to you that's coming to a culmination in the first week of January. On the emotional side of that, you've got the Five of Cups reversed, kind of rooting that down. And that says to me that something really poignant and difficult came into your life and really threw you for a loop, and you're having to face that in the first week. Maybe there was a difficult breakup that happened. Maybe there was a divorce. Maybe something did not go the way that you hoped it to, and it made you kind of take on a very pessimistic outlook. It made you feel like you weren't important. It made you feel like you weren't valued by the people around you, and like you had to put in a lot more work than everyone else. Maybe in a relationship you felt like you were the one who was keeping it all together. Maybe you felt like you were the one who really put in all the work, and it's like you weren't valued for that. And the person that you were with kind of doesn't even understand how you really went to bat for them, and now you're faced with that. Now you're kind of picking up the pieces. Maybe you chose to break up and you wish that you hadn't. There was potentially a codependent aspect to the relationship. And, that puts you into the second week of January, or the second part of this spread where you're in the Five of Swords, rooted down by the Death card. Someone else potentially took advantage of you. Maybe you realized in this relationship that you were in that the other person wasn't in it for the same reason that you were. There were advantages that they had that didn't really have to do with the relationship. This could have been money. This could have been surroundings. This could have been anything on the tangible world that was a big advantage for this person, but you realized that they didn't value you on the same level that you valued them. And this causes you to kind of, feel as if you've died to some extent. It's rooted down by the Death card. This is a beautiful transformation, though, Aries. It's experiences like these that really will create an evolution within you. If you can channel this energy right, and we'll be getting into a second how to do that, you're going to come out of this, 10 times stronger, with more resources, more ability, more just maturity than this person will ever know. But that's not what it's about for you, is it? It's not about winning. In my last month's video for Aries, it was all about competition. Maybe you're very competitive with this person that you're in a relationship with, and that's not what it's about for you, though. Or it's become not about competition, which is a big deal for Aries. You know, it takes a lot to kind of lose that competitive streak within you. But that's why you found yourself in the Five of Cups reversed, because you realized that it wasn't a competition, and you realized that, you know, happiness isn't a competition. You know, love isn't a competition. Where am I at? That's kind of what you were asking yourself. And the second week sees you reflecting on that. You know, something may click into place where you realize maybe you're still with this person. You realize, oh my gosh, they're taking advantage of me in a way that I couldn't take advantage of them, or this isn't a mutually beneficial relationship that I'm in. And I don't want to scare any of the Aries out there who feel like they're in happy relationships. This message is specifically for the ones who already knew it before they came into this video. You know, you've got to be careful when you watch your tarot readings, when you watch your readings like this, because this is for such a general, large amount of people. You know, watch your moon and rising signs. If you're in a happy relationship, if you feel happy and comfortable right now, don't let a tarot reading make you feel, you know, unstable, because this is unstable energy. And, you know, it's one thing to have a light bulb moment and have that realization, but just be spiritually mature enough to know whether this actually resonates or not. Don't be afraid to say that this doesn't resonate, you know. And then I'll kind of address this for, you know, the Aries who aren't struggling too, but I'm just going to really try to focus in on the Aries who are struggling right now. Okay, so moving back into the Five of Swords and death that you're really experiencing in the second week. You know, you're not going to see yourself in this position again, Aries. This person who came into your life and took advantage of you, who played you like this, it's causing such a transformation in your energy, and you're kind of maybe realizing how you attracted that. Like, you're thinking back to what you did that made you pull this person into your life, and you're reassessing that. And that's creating a transformation, because you know that you don't want this again. You know that this isn't where you need to be in life. And, you know, that sets you up to kind of take down any of the negative energies that you project that pulls in negative people like this. You know, you feel older. You feel like stiff. You feel like there's an energy that's not flowing smoothly. So the transformation that starts within you, that pushes you into to the third week of January with the Page of Cups over the Eight of Cups reversed, is an energy of you letting go of the stiffness, letting go of the pain, and kind of allowing yourself to evolve back down into the Page of Cups energy, where you do wear your heart on your sleeve, and you don't let yourself have a chip on your shoulder about the past, okay? And because you're walking away from this difficult pain. You know, if some of the Aries are watching this in early January, or any time really, whenever you watch this video and you're feeling like those first two segments that I just talked about, and you're feeling that extreme betrayal and like you're taken advantage of, and like you're very pessimistic right now, that shift is awaiting to happen to you. That shift, that transformation back down into someone who's more trusting, because there's an element of like all the difficulties that you've been through in the past, Aries, and how those difficulties led you to attract someone else who was in a similar place as all the other people who caused these difficulties. And but this person was different. You know, this person, it all played out a little bit differently to cause it to click within you, to make you see how to transcend all of this. And that's coming more into view during the third week. Okay. And, you know, you're going to walk away from something. Something in the third week is going to see yourself turning your back and walking away. Maybe this is something that feels comfortable to you. Maybe you've not felt that you need to leave this state of mind that you've been in behind. But that will change in the third week. There's also a message with the Eight of Cups reversed to, you know, do think about what you're walking away from. You know, mentally, emotionally, walking away from the heartbreak, walking away from the pessimism, that's always good. But sometimes if we, you know, aren't at a place where we can actually do that, that energy becomes us walking away from things that are actually stable in our life, you know, walking away from the good people in our life, walking away from a stable job, walking away from some kind of stability. And that just sends us straight into a situation where we re-experience this karma. But you'll know, Aries, it's not something that you really need to agonize over. If you know that this is something negative, and this could be a relationship, this could be your job, this could be anything, If you knew coming into the reading that it was negative, then it's good to walk away from it, of course. But don't get this feeling of, I've got to escape, so pent up inside of you that you just do it with everything, that you just walk away from every single stable person, environment, place that exists in your life. Because it's hard enough to walk away from old habits that aren't negative. There's no reason to walk away from things that you don't have to. Okay? And, moving into the 4th week, you've got the Emperor over the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay? And this sees you taking control. Maybe some Aries have felt controlled by other people, inhibited, and just feel like you've had a run of bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You felt like that's been turned up on its head. There might be some financial struggles that you're coping from over the holidays, who knows. But this sees you taking control, budgeting a lot more strongly, really looking at your debts and your loans and how to get those paid off, really looking at how to live more within your means to increase your financial position. And it's the exact same for your internal and emotional environment. This sees you structuring it. This sees you planning, like maybe journaling and thinking about the past and how to not wind up where you've been because you don't want to be there anymore. You're going to take control, and this is going to be very good for you. You need some of this energy in your life right now. Now, you don't have to overdo it. You don't have to get too crazy, but it's going to be good for you to really map some of this out. Okay? And it's going to see you experiencing a lot better luck in your life, okay? Because you have that Wheel of Fortune reversed, and it's like if you can hone in on this Emperor energy and be a little bit more organized, maybe this just comes down to planning out your day a little bit more thoroughly. Maybe sticking to that New Year's resolution. Maybe just really looking at your bank statements, seeing how you've spent, and just taking a new approach to consistently making effort to change that, okay? That's going to see you with some new good luck. Maybe if you make out a really strong budget and how to spend the money that you make right now and how to spend that reasonably, the Wheel of Fortune will turn on its head and you'll see yourself suddenly making a little bit more money. But since you've already got it budgeted out on the previous amount that you were making, it's like you have all this new discretionary income. And I've seen that a lot when the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune come together. It's like it's asking, okay, if you can structure this, if you can prove that you can structure your entire life a little bit more with budgeting, with emotional stuff, then we're going to send in some benevolence. I think that's kind of the universal message with the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune, Don't ride so much by the seat of your pants, and you will see a lot more luck come into your life. Okay, and that's mainly the energy that I'm seeing for the 4 weeks in January. And what my eyes go to the most in this reading, surprisingly enough, is actually the Page of Cups. You would think it would be like Death or the Emperor or some of those more heavier energies, but I'm really being drawn to the Page of Cups. So this could be someone that's coming into your life in the 3rd week. This could be the younger masculine water energy, or feminine water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, entering into your life to really give you some soothing water energy. You've had a lot of swords energy and wands energy, and I mean there is some of that water energy as well, but this is like positive water energy, though. It's like the water energy that you've had in your life has been very brooding and overly emotional. But this Page of Cups is like that light, nurturing, available sense of the water element, and you're in desperate need of that right now. With Uranus and Aries really scattering out the Aries life, you need some of that soothing, younger water energy to come in and to help you through this difficult time. And if it's not a physical person, I see you really accessing that within yourself, maybe not taking such a harsh dialogue with yourself, accepting what you've done, but not being too harsh on yourself about it, because there is an element of maybe harsh self-dialogue with the 5 of Swords. You've got those 2 5s there, so and a 10 and an 8. All of those numbers are kind of they're not the funnest archetypes to be dealing with, but you've got good things in this reading to, support you, to help get past it. Okay. And maybe some of you need to get out there more. Sometimes the 5 energy, like with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, says that maybe you're with yourself too much. Both of those cards are kind of alone in a way. Like the 5 of Swords is looking at other people, but that person is alone. And the 5 of Cups is every bit of alone. So maybe it would be good to kind of get back out there. For those Aries who have gone through a breakup, maybe even if you're not ready to date or jump back into any kind of love life, just having interaction with your friends, having interaction with people in general, will help to kind of distract from yourself, because you need some work on yourself for sure, Aries, but it may be that at this point in time you don't feel that you're at a place where you can do that like responsibly and maturely due to this harsh self-dialogue. And you do have a lot of responsibilities right now, that's for sure, like from other people, with your family, maybe with work, with some projects. You have a lot on your plate. So be sure that when you're out and about in the world that you're taking time to talk with other people, that you're sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. That you're taking time to talk with the people who are involved in this too, because maybe that dialogue will be healing. Maybe there are other people who are going through what you're going through. And above all, I think that you guys are just doing what it takes to survive right now. Like there's kind of a aspect of survival instinct that I see going on. Some of you may have actually had a near-death experience. This is in the past. This isn't something, I don't want to be like, oh, this is going to happen. But this is something that you're like recovering from once you hear this reading. Some of you may have had a near brush with death, actually. Maybe, I don't know, potentially for some people out there, some of you guys might have almost gotten into a bad car wreck or something. And again, this is in the past. Don't be worried about the future with this, but maybe that's really made you think about where you're at in life. Maybe you weren't too philosophical or extremely spiritual before this happened, but this near-death experience really made you think about your spirituality and what life really is to you. That could be, and even for the Aries who haven't had that near-death experience, maybe you're still thinking about that. Maybe you're thinking about an accident that you were in the past and seeing, maybe just having some healthy reflection on that period of your life and what put you in that position, what karmic choices or energies you had in your life that may have propelled you to be in the place that you were at when it happened, because there are no coincidences, Aries, and you're coming to find that out in January. All of the difficult things that we go through, we usually have a momentum. We have a momentum that puts us there, even if we feel very victimized 99% of the time. And you're thinking about that in January, and that's good reflection. And you're walking away from the things that give you that momentum. You're walking away from the things that catastrophize your life, okay? And that's going to be so good for you guys. I have a lot of respect for you right now. I'm not going to overcomplicate this reading. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But, you guys, I see a lot of strength coming from you from this experience in January and this reflection that you're having. And if this reading was great for you, you can by all means book a private reading with me. It'll be popping up on the screen any second now if it hasn't already. I so appreciate all of your comments and subscribes and any donations to my channel. I so appreciate it. The links are all available for you. So I really wish you guys a lot of luck and have an amazing, amazing January, guys, and happy 2017.